Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the right side as the yellow English, we have kaup. Spawn on the left side as the red Ottomans, we have CrackedyThereQuestionmark. And since there's an Ottoman player here, let's go and switch over the Ottoman player for the time being, so we can hear the vizier being selected when it pops up. Of course, both sides are eyeing for some docks to get out some fishing ships to get their fish and chips. Wood is being collected up as well, because of course you need wood for ships, and now you got enough wood for a lumber camp. Fishing ships in the field, and since there's of course fishing ships, the Ottoman player's not going to pull out the military schools just yet. Looks like the English player's doing a better job of pulling out fishing ships. The Yellow Scout does of course spot his opponent's base. And actually there's a large number of Abbey of Kings. Interesting. There actually was a large number of villagers right there cooking up fish. I'm not sure why he's putting the Abbey of Kings over here. I guess he wants the health regen or for this region. Not really familiar with how effective the health regen aura is versus what's it called? For healing up ships. It's also out of combat healing, right? Yeah, out of combat units heal 6 every 1.0 seconds. So maybe I aim for that for as a medic station, improved medic station. We do have, of course, the twin minaret Meteoris deployed on the field. So both players are at feudal age. Let's see now. Do got spring gold shipping on the field. The Ottoman players spend a wood on an extra dock there, which makes it so that it is slowing down additional ship production. We got multiple arrow slits not being researched by the Ottoman player, and the arrow slits is being researched on these back two first rather than this front two. Gunpowder ships. What are the Ottoman ships? I don't think I've ever fought against Ottomans in the water before. Dow ship. Armed with archers, spring-hauled ship. That's not a gunpowder ship, so they don't get any unique variants. Oh, Grand Galley. It's a castaway ship. Upgraded into a large naval... Can be upgraded into a naval military school. Large hold, garrisoned by units upgraded by the military school. Very long range, lower damage. Interesting. I do know as well these... Historically, those rowboat ships... Being a slave on one of those rowboat ships is one of the worst jobs you ever get as a slave. Literally, once you get set down to row those oars, you never leave that spot. You are in that spot forever. You use restroom? Oh, right there. You now have a good number of fire ships in the field. He does have an archer ship to engage the fire ships. He's braving a lot of dock fire there. Dock's getting some good damage over time. The dock arrow does 35 damage, which is pretty good, but only target Navy. You can go to the Abbey Kings apparently to get extra health regen, which is apparently his idea. Not sure, but we'll see how effective it is. No military schools at the moment. He does get a barracks out first. And now we got the king being pulled on out of the field. Eyeing for a big aggression with the king. Very nice. And looks like these ships are actually fully healed. Looks like the Abbey Kings does do a good job of getting some healing. King does receive a bit of fire there. The king does have a lot of health, but does lack a bit of armor. 1-1 armor compared to regular knights. And he loses the king. Went too far in. We got a sizable navy here, including 2 archer ships, 3 spring golds. Going for more docks here. The Ottoman player has invested a lot into stone, and maybe a good idea to go for those military academies and just use that as a defensive force, and you can solely focus on the navy as offensive operations. He's got both those fire ships there. Very good pick there. Oh, the Imperial Fleet upgrade. This is usually available to everybody in Feudal Age, but it's also an Imperial Age upgrade. Interesting. So to make his way forward. He does actually have some health regen going on. Unique English technology is increases our range of combat ships by 1, which is not half bad. I'm gonna focus down this naval yard. Looks like the Abbey King's health regen ore is actually pretty wide. And it says out of combat, but that's... No, that's probably this one here. Got some archer ships here, some dowels. Falling back, getting some much needed health regen. Of course, the Abbey King's health regen won't apply it immediately. More spring gold ships. And these fishing ships are collecting up shore fish. It does collect up slower than these deep water fish there. The, the sea turtle has already granted its blessing to one of these ships. Now here comes the English fleet. He has a lot of fleet here. We got, oh, Hidden Imperial Armory. Ottoman's going fast castle on a naval map. And doesn't really have a ground army nor the naval force to support it. So he's going to forfeit the sea to his opponent. That may be not a good idea. He doesn't realize it, but he will really pursue the fishing ships. He does get out, eyeing for another dock. Wait, this unique ship here, Grand Galley, is a Castle Age unit. It looks awfully expensive. I have no idea how effective it is. King's Palace not being pulled on the field. King's Palace being pulled out right here. There's a couple of fire ships here. We've got a Grand Galley, multiple Grand Galleys in the build queue. Can be upgraded in Naval Military School. Large force garrison units once upgraded to military school. Going for the naval ships, very good. Or the fishing ships. Decides to fall back, just trying to harass. Does good poke there, didn't lose anything in return. And now got the Admiralty being researched. He could stand to get the Springboard cruise. This is incredibly powerful research. These naval technologies are really important. And there is the Grand Galley. It looks like it fires forward like an arrow ship. Oh, it's a bombard ship as well. Okay. Trains units slowly in some hold. Okay. Interesting. Let's take out some of these fire ships. Very nice. Of course, you can only get 3 at once. He does. Well, it looks like he has a military school out over here. It shares the same capacity as the other military schools. Let's get a good volley there in the hull. Still have to rely on the his own galley ship there. Focusing down, trying to get some. Needs to focus down these Grand Galleys. You can use some other fire to engage the fishing ships that's trying to go from repairs. They should still be very vulnerable to fire ships. So he needs to pull out some fire ships to deal with them. We do have looks like multiple fire ships in field. He can also go for increase the health by 20% is very important, I would say. He needs to go for these upgrades as well. He basically needs to get a bit of everything. King advancing forward. Got a couple defensive spearmen. Let's see what he's investing in Vizier at the moment. He has 3 levels of Vizier. He should get out the military school stuff. He does to a point, then he can start getting a nice little army to advance for free to advance on his opponent. Especially if he sends out armor over here. Battering rams would be pretty handy to deal with these docks. Does get a good number of demolition ships. Does not take out a villager there. And these are upgraded for the military schools. Does get some hits on those fishing ships. As they're reloading, he needs to advance forward. There we go. Now it's time to charge. Springgold ships do also have the man the sails ability. And now here comes the fire ships. Oh no. Fire ships versus fire ships. Fire ships do get some good hits there on Yellow's fire ships, but Yellow's has good amount of fire ships here. Run advancing forward. Fire ships are advancing forward. Naval Yard is getting some good hits. And there goes... No, apparently the fire ships are not useful as the Grand Galleys. Oh boy. That did not go over well now, did it? Does increase the military school variants, though, get increased health. Or no, he has probably increased health research. The English players have not been getting this research. The Springald crews are going to be very important. As that literally more than doubles their attack output. These are the fire ships there. Yellow's fire ships do connect. More fire ships will be put up by Yellow. Not going for the increased health, which is very important. Yellow makes it so it's harder for these things to burst down a single unit. There's there with the fire ships. And right now, Yellow's just having trouble with the Navy. These things do have 9.5 tower range. The defensive emplacements do have, what, 11 range? 13 range? Focus on the fishing ships, forcing them back. He could eventually go for a Berkshire Castle in this region, if he can live long enough for that. Going for the defensive air emplacements now. And yeah, not going for the Springald crews is really hurting him. Damage attack is siege, so it ignores the range armor. Berkshire Castle being deployed out somewhere. Way back here. He may forfeit the siege to his opponent. He can perhaps get some reinforcements over here. Of course, has now the defensive emplacement firing away. Berkshire Castle, so able to stop the land assault. Yellow does have more villages. Mode thinks the King's Palace. Now these Grand Galleys can provide some free units. No arrow slit here. And now you can go for his Carracks, which are very powerful. They should be able to deal with the Grand Galleys. I can't really say who is a 1v1, but they do have a broadside of 6 shots. The Ottoman player has 51 military units, opponents currently 4. There's a Tide Barn. Looks like Yellow has 4 relics claimed. Sure what's Yellow going for the moment. Springalds can reach out to sea, and they do bonus reinforcements ships. So you can always force back his Grand Galleys with his Springalds. Yeah, the King's power to go down. He's going for a pair of Carracks now, but I don't think they'll be able to do much versus these Grand Galleys because they don't have any escorts. This one will go. You get 1 Carrack on the field. It does have a broadside of 645, and now getting focused down too much. Yeah, just needed more escort at this point in time. Yeah, just forfeit the sea. He's going for Springalds now. That can help him reach out to sea. Or for some Springalds from the Berkshire Castle as well. And now he's going to dismount these military forces right here. He's been storing them up quite a bit. These forces advance on forward. He has no defense force other than a single king and a Springald. Got a network of citadels being put on the field. Some of these villagers are trying to get gunned down. He's not responding to them. Berkshire Castle's range reaches out all the way over here, so it does provide some good defensive emplacement. And that one goes down. Spring Gulls find some good hits on the Mangonels. With 3 town centers, you will be able to maintain good villager production. There's a stone here as well. If you can sneak out a keep here, that can be very useful. He does find a kill there. Springall does find a hit there, but he's still not... Okay, so playing some man-at-arms. He does have regular man-at-arms. Sea Gate Castle being put on field. Right here. Seagate Castle is meant for protecting traders. Going for another town center. That's interesting. This man-at-arm needs support, though it does have Spring Gold to support him, an unusual support item. But I suppose in these smaller conflicts, Spring Golds would do reasonably well. Picks off the spearman did, so the crossbows here. Another vizier has been selected. Can go for an increased fast training if he so chooses. Oh, king goes down somewhere. Insecticide has been captured and now do got the Imperial Age for the Ottoman player. Got these Mangonels still in this region. Yo, still not deployed out. Where is all his resources? He should have a lot of resources at the moment. He's not been pulling out any sort of military. He's getting a lot of research, which is good. That's not good. That keep does get canceled there. Let's lose a couple of villagers. Mangonels find some good hits there on these villagers as well. And I do have this scout with a fancy hand advancing on forward. I think this transports a load up of a priest to go down south.
Emrine amade.
These ships are also not close enough to his docks to get some health regen. He's starting to bring out some trade caravans. Very nice. Or merchant ships. Single crossbowman firing away. Crossbowmen do go down to the Spring Golds. He does actually have enough force to advance down south to deal with these, what's it called, Grand Galleys. Crossbows getting annihilated by Spring Gold. Spearmen advancing forward with the man-at-arms. English player does have a large reserve of food. He should start investing into something. Take a side time being decaptured here. Looks like he's collecting up a lot of extra wood and gold from those trade ships. All 6 sites has been captured. We got now also more man-at-arms research for the English player. We got the Great Cannon emplacement for the Sea Gate. Could also go for the Spring Gold emplacement as well as the Boiling Oil. Got a very, very large number of battering rams here. Going for a big line of outposts there, trying to be extra defensive. They're just slowing down a little bit. Let's just fast forward. Now got the banner rams advancing on forward. We got a decent defense force here, including some spring golds. Does have the improved health research. Banner rams being picked apart. More banners skirmishing around the flanks. Spring golds will be a good item to deal with them. Decent trebuchets hit this great sea gate. And the great cannon does get a massive hit down the spearman. Dale's trying to go for his own keep here. The banner rams and the mangonels. I think that keep was destroyed. Yeah, he did not get a refund. Spring golds advancing on forward. Over here, do have these forces advancing on forward as well. And the great cannon will get some great damage on these man-at-arms. Banner rams still have plenty of health. And getting some good hits there on these grand galleys with these spring golds. I go for another keep here, but like we can get focused down. Grand Galley does go down to the spring golds. Over here, these forces still advancing forward. There's like a number of outposts here, more defensive arrows. Starting to torch down some of these Grand Galleys. Another Grand Galley does go down. Got the keep now in range. He's going for some battering rams. Man-at-arms advancing forward. We've got some elite man-at-arms for the Ottoman player as well. Just right now, man-at-arms. As long as this point is being neutralized, the timer will stop the secret site victory. Got some banner rams pushing away over here, as well as some more crossbows. Gets great hits on these fishing ships with the spring golds. Let's get a good hit there on the spring gold with the great cannon. Takes on another spring gold there. He needs a banner ram or trebuchet. Got a fire ship here trying to hit these siege weapons. It does do 95 siege damage. Right there on the battering rams. More battering rams not being pulled out by the Ottoman player. There's still just man-arms with man-arms. Of course, the English man-arms have 9-9 armor, while the Ottoman man-arms do only have 6-6 at the moment. Could go up to 8-8. English village advancing forward. He has a good number of villages, so he can lose some. He's going for boiling oil now. That would have been very useful a long time ago. Yellow's battering rams now advancing on forward. Trying to torch down these forces. Spring golds are hitting the dock. They need to perhaps move a little bit down here to hit those trade ships. Trade ships have more armor thanks to the sea gate nearby in the sea gate, but not enough to withstand spring gold fire. Good number of batter rams now hitting Yellow's keep here. He needs to get it repaired on up. Going for another batter ram here himself. Two batter rams on the front line for the Yellow. The 6-9 has complete capture, so the game will continue. Spring gold's getting some good hits there on these red batter rams. Now there's 3 yellow batter rams here. Red is starting to get these man-at-arms are over here, but now more man-at-arms charging forward. Takes the extra arm there, do just fine. This is still being a bit of a problem there. He has a good number of outposts in the region. And right now, Red's going for more fishing ships. Got more batter rams from going field, and now we've got a relatively rare siege in the Rubicon. The sea gate's power to go down. And now Yellow's battering rams can start hitting the naval yards. Over here, they have a big mess of a location. Yellow's keeps us plenty of health at the moment. He's trying to repair up the great sea gate with some villagers nearby. He does have some crossbows now on the field. And got the Ribaquin advancing on forward, or Ribaquin, whatever it's pronounced. Some of these great ships start going down, starting to pull out some defensive walls there, but doesn't realize this is now a good time to actually rebuild his naval yards. Yellow's spring golds are still in a good position there. Keep seems to fire there, needs to start repairing them up. He does have a small amount of stone repairs. Trying to repair up the sea gate here. The batter rams are denying that. Yellow's keep does go down with there. This mess of a fight has been, I don't know. The village is going way over there. Yellow's banner rams not pursuing Red's banner rams, but of course they can't engage each other. Yellow's spring golds now pulling back. Man-at-arms getting some good damage on in. He also has 140 villagers. The Ottoman player only has 64. He's losing a large number of villagers. The Ottoman player is not exactly in a great spot. He's mostly relying on a lot of tidal wave of battering rams as a good amount of gold reserve. But overall, he's not in a great position. Nor is the English player. Both players in a horrible position. They do not have a lot of mills over here with the gold generation, so the English player is doing great. That's why he's splitting out man-at-arms. Each player needs to eye for a bit more wood. There we go. Got another lumber camp there. He's mined out most of these trees.
Go to work, Ottoman.
He also now thanks for a big wave of man-arms trying to go for another keep here. He can also repair up the sea gate when using wood. Ooh, great shot there with the Robolquin. But right now it's getting nailed by those spring gulls. Does get taken out there. Man-at-arms trying to hit these villagers now. Red can't be losing villagers. He does not have enough villagers out in the field. He has a good number of ships. That may be literally all of his villagers. I think Red may be out of villagers at the moment. No, he has a handful, but not a whole lot. Mostly has fishing ships. He does have a good amount of gold. He has a good number of trade vessels. So he's going to maintain good food and gold out at sea, but he has not a lot of villagers on the land now, doesn't he? Spring Gulls can camp this location to hit the trade ships. Though the Spring Gulls also need to stay alive to camp the trade ships. Got some hand cannons now being pulled up by Yellow. And now got another Grand Galley there, gained some damage. But against this force, regular galleys, the Carracks probably be a bit better. Honestly, also archer ships wouldn't be half bad, though these guys do have a lot of armor. He does have spring golds here, so he needs to get these spring golds pushed forward. He's actually torching down trade ships. And now he does lose that trade depot. The merchant ships need to hit somewhere else. He does have a bit of resource to work with, but now just got a stream of man-at-arms pushing forward. Spring golds can advance down south, not hit the lumberyard. Grand Galley does go down 10 cannoneers, apparently. Grand Galleys have no pierce armor. Wait. Don't they have a bit more pierce armor? Regular ships have pierce armor, right? Or am I mistaken? They must mostly, ships must mostly rely on health. That's probably it. Also, they don't really look at the armor of a lot of ships. Spring Gulls getting some great damage to the Grand Galleys, taking him out, though he does lose some of these Spring Gulls. There's another Grand Galley there. Now got some Carracks buying some shore bombardment. They do reasonably well in shore bombardment. The man-at-arms can just avoid there. Got some bad keeps here, trying to force down these banner rounds. With what little villagers he has left. The English player has plenty of resources to work with. The Ottoman player does not. And I'm still engaging man-arms. It's still good engagements there for Yellow since he does. His man-arms just simply has 10 armor. His opponent's man-arms only do 18 damage, so they only technically have 8 damage per swipe. He could improve their own armor if he has a meter in the region and get out the +2 hack armor. Robolquin gains some great damage there for Robolquin. Oh, that Robolquin's getting some great damage. English player just sending some more stuff for the slaughter. Does have the secret site now captured on up. He needs to pull out some more spring gulls to engage the navy. He does have the spring gull being on field. And look at that, he's just streaming in barracks. Look at that. He has 70 man-at-arms in the field with 26 more to build queue. He's just throwing men at his opponent. Oh, got a bombard now upon field, which does do 510 damage to the ships. They do also have 10 range. These Carracks do only have 9 health range, so the bombard's getting some great hits there. Our Robolquin's getting some great damage there, with a few times our Robolquin's being deployed and being actually very good. Trying to repair the Carracks. And there goes that Carrack. Needs more, I guess, Carracks over here to buy shore bombardment, but then those spring gulls and bombards getting some great damage onto them. More revolver pins are probably a good idea. They've been so far pretty successful. So that volley didn't seem all that great. More man-at-arms pushing forward. Got 3 revolver pins here. There we go. That's a good amount of damage. So he's starting to get overran. They don't have minimum range like Mangonels. And the revolver pins are getting some great damage there. Very hard to keep there. Got the bombard now engaging the keep. Revolver pins stay alive, getting some great damage there. And we've got just man-at-arms and bombard just streaming across the map. He has a good number of villagers still. Bombards need to start hitting the keep. Alright, hitting some naval trucks from never hurt as well. Man-at-arms are able to overrun the... Oh, I would say overrun, but it does get a good volley there. But right now he's losing a lot of villagers. And this is what happens if you rely on too many free units as Ottomans. You just get overran. Though also he lost a large number of ships, both trade and fishing ships by those spring balls as well. More man-at-arms charge streaming on in. Carrack getting some good shore bombardment now. And yep, the Ottoman player's down to 42 villagers. He still has a good amount of food assets. His trade ships are taking closely to go around that shore reef there, and that's the end of the replay. That game was very weird, honestly. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.